What have I gotten out of a year of doing these vlogs? I'm learning to thrive in the gig economy. Would you like to learn too? You know, I started this project exactly a year ago, and this has been a weekly thing where I've talked to you about different things that happened during the week, some thoughts on how I'm doing as far as the gig economy is concerned, and tried to give some advice and warnings to people who might be in the same situation. And I found it very helpful. And I'll tell you, when I started it to hold myself accountable. I said, I'm going to do this simply because I need to be thinking about my business and making an appointment to talk on the camera once a week about my business is going to keep me focused a little bit. And I think it has helped me. I think it's really helped me do that. Because I do think a lot about what I want to say and what I want to explain about what I'm doing. And it does make me think a little bit more than I would have normally. And I wonder, do any of you do that kind of assessment weekly? Do you do a vlog or diary or something like that? And if you do, I'd really like to hear about it because it might help me improve my accountability. And it's interesting because I never really thought that this vlog would get a lot of hits because, let's face it, it's just me talking on a camera. But I've gotten some steady viewers, and everybody's been very helpful when they've talked to me about it. They don't leave a lot of comments. I'd like to have comments if you could, but they do talk to me about it, and it's always been interesting to hear what people think. So if nothing else, this has been helpful that way. It's also been helpful because it allows me to really think about the progress I've made over the year when I realize it's been a full year. I started last year. I was really concerned whether I could make a living at this kind of gig work. And just the other day, I had lunch with one of my friends, Simone, who is very sharp, and she always knows what to ask. And she didn't ask me how I did financially over the last year. Money didn't matter to her. She said, were you fulfilled? Were you happy? And I had to tell her I was very fulfilled. I found last year to be very exciting. I felt like I was doing what I wanted, what I needed to do, what I was born to do in a lot of ways. And that really meant a little something to me, much more so than if I had gotten another job, I think. I'd spent 30 years doing journalism as an editor mostly, and I wasn't really learning a whole lot going in and sitting at a desk and dealing with the same stories over and over again. And this really forced me to spread my wings a little bit, learn some new skills. I'm still learning how to use the camera and YouTube and things like that, and I'd like to get better at doing these videos. But the fact is, I was learning a lot of different skills over the last year, and it's really made a difference in my life. I'm much happier, I feel more energetic, and I think if you're in the gig economy, I think you probably feel that too, right? I mean, it's going to be hard if we ever have to go back to a paying job where we have to report to somebody else. And I don't know that I would want to do that. I don't think I would. It would take a lot to get me to go back to another job, I think. Anyway, it's been a year, and I'd really like to hear from you what you think may have been helpful over the last year as far as the vlogs are concerned, if you think I should continue them, if you think they're a waste of time, you're bored with them, please let me know. I'd really like to hear from you a little bit. And of course, YouTube is always looking for people to hit the like button and subscribe because that's how to keep track of things. And the more you do that, the more visibility I will get, and then it snowballs and more people will see me, and it will help me quite a bit. So if you can, please hit the like button, and hopefully I'll talk to you next week. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about the finances from last year. After all this video, I wanted to talk about what I learned. Next week, maybe I'll just talk about the money a little bit. Okay, till then, talk to you later.